Elizabeth from A Suitcase Full of Books, and I'm in Concord, Massachusetts for a couple days on the trail of America's Transcendentalist writers. If you watched my last video, you may remember that we had dinner in Boston at the Omni Parker Hotel where the Saturday Club used to meet. Henry David Thoreau was part of the Saturday Club, but he once said that the Parker Hotel was actually too smoky for him and he preferred the Fitchburg railway station because it could get him out of the city. So when he left the city, he actually came to Walden Pond. So we took the train from Boston to Concord and came here to Walden Pond. And today we're starting at Walden Pond, where Transcendentalist writer Thoreau lived for 2 years, 2 days, and 2 months. The Transcendentalist writers believed that you could get to God through nature, and so he came out here and wrote Walden and believed that living simply was the best way to live. This is where his cabin used to be. The door was here, the bed was here, his writing desk over there, and his fireplace at the back. Thoreau came out to Walden Pond to live alone away from people. I don't know what he would think of these beaches being full of people now. We walked up to Thoreau's Replica cabin. It was in his cabin that he wrote the classic book Walden, or A Life in the Woods. While he was living here, he was actually squatting on Ralph Waldo Emerson's land, and we're going to go check out Emerson's house next. A couple miles later, we've made it to Ralph Waldo Emerson's house. This is where Thoreau lived before and after living at Walden Pond. The Transcendentalist group of writers met here in Emerson's study. Unfortunately, I can't take photos or videos inside the house, so we're gonna go take the tour, but the original furniture from Emerson's study is actually at the museum next door, so we're gonna head there next. So, Thoreau and Emerson's furniture is not on display right now because of construction. So we won't be able to see that today. There is a replica desk though, so I did get to sit at Thoreau's replica desk. But we're gonna head down the street for more Transcendentalists. The house behind me is known as the Wayside. The Alcott family lived here while Louisa May Alcott was a child, and she actually wrote her first published story here and started her first novel. Eventually, the family moved to Boston, and the house was bought by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Nathaniel Hawthorne added a 3-story addition, and at the top of the house is a tower where he did his writing.
When it was originally built, it was actually the tallest structure in Concord. Way fewer houses back then, and the trees were also a lot shorter, so you could really see in every direction. You could also be seen in every direction. Yeah. He liked to look out the window to see exactly who was outside before he would decide to go downstairs. Yeah. Temple if Thomas Alcott was outside, he did not go downstairs.
He wasn't friends with Bronson?
No, I get the impression.
Nathaniel Hawthorne passed away, the house was bought by the Lathrop family, and the author, whose pen name is Margaret Sidney, did her books here. The Lathrop family is the ones that preserved this house and the Alcott family's house next door, so we're going to go there next. I'm really excited about this house. This is the house of Louisa May Alcott, the author of Little Women. Now, Louisa and her family were actually poor when they moved in here. Her father was Bronson Alcott, and he was one of the Transcendentalists, and he was not making much money. And their friend Emerson, who lived down the road, actually had to put the down payment on this house for them. So, interestingly, it was actually Louisa's book Little Women that pulled them out of debt. Luckily, her publishing was able to make enough money for the family to survive. And she didn't actually want to write this book in the beginning, but her publisher convinced her to write a book for girls, and thankfully she did, and today we have Little Women. Unfortunately, I can't take pictures or video in the museum, so I'm going to go do the tour, and I can only share the outside with you. But this is the house, and up there is Bronson's failed school. He built a little chapel to teach the Transcendentalist ways, and unfortunately due to low attendance that didn't really work out. But and it's not part of the tour, so you can't go in there anyway. So this is as far as I can take you. The last stop on our tour of Concord is the final resting place of the authors, which is here in Sleepy Hollow Cemetery in the section known as Author's Ridge. Coming to Concord, I wasn't very familiar with Transcendentalism, and I hadn't actually read more than Louisa May Alcott's Little Women. And after 2 days in Concord, I've been inspired to actually read these books. Visiting the houses of these authors, walking through the houses, seeing the clothes that they wore, walking their neighborhoods, and seeing the desks where they penned these works made me want to read the works that were penned on those desks. It turned them into real people with stories to tell and personal connections. And I think I'll be digging into these books soon. Luckily, we're staying at the Hawthorne Inn, which I chose because half of the rooms are named for the local literary greats, and it's got this great library where I can tuck into a good book before bed. So if you like this video, like it, share it, subscribe it. If you want more literary fun, subscribe to the blog, and I'll see you in the next video. And until then, I'll be tucking into a good book. Bye!